Hi everybody, it's Tuesday time and it's exercise time, and now it's my poem time. This one I'm going to call it the Shearers Cook. Just a little bit of Aussie humour here. Tragedy struck the shearing shed when Monty the cook dropped dead. For none of the shearers wanted the job, and they had to draw straws to decide instead. The loser would take all the duties of the cook. The short straw fell to old Ned, a wizened bushman of no tender years. "You'll all be sorry," he said. The very first person to open his mouth with as much as a word of complaint will take on the job, and if that doesn't suit, you'd best show a bit of restraint. Ned figured he'd soon be out of a job, but his efforts were always in vain. He dished up some indifferent meals, but none of the men would complain. Accidentally on purpose, his cooking got worse as he tried to elicit complaints. But no one complained as meal after meal, the shearers all acted like saints. But Ned was determined. He hated this job. He said, "The whole thing is crook. I haven't spent 40 years in the bush to end up a flaming cook." He waited one night till a cab bedded down and the shearers were all sound asleep. He crept to the yards at the shearing shed and collected some droppings of sheep. He rolled them in batter, fried them in oil. Next day, cooked them into a stew. "They refused to complain of my cooking," he said, "but we'll wait and see what they think of this brew. I'll be back in the shed tomorrow," he said, and grinned as he thought of his mates and the way they would surely moan and complain when they tasted the stew on their plates. The shearers filed in for their evening meal, ignoring the glares from the cook. Each was determined he'd never complain at the cooking, no matter how crook. Ned quietly watched from the back of the room as the men took a mouthful of stew. "Oh shite," one claimed, then hastily said, "and very well cooked it is too."